listening to Tiger Smith Shooting with Friends podcast. All views and opinions of our guests are theirs alone. They don't necessarily reflect how we feel here at the UWC Network or the UWC Network podcasts. If they say something that offends you, I apologize in advance. If you would like to sit down and speak about why what they said offended you, we are all ears and we are eager to have that conversation. If I say something that offends you, I apologize. This is your moment to not press play. Doing so, you understand you are opening yourself up to a situation where you may be offended or you may be overall upset about something that may or may not come out of my mouth. That being said, this is your last chance, Dandelion. You can stop. Okay, here's the show.
Coming to the stage, Tiger Smith.
I'll shoot him.
Underworld Cartel.
Who shooting?
UWC.
Tiger Smith, shooting with friends. What's going on? People, I am back. No, that is not a crown. That is what is it? Don Q 151 and a cool little colander. You know, it's got a skull in the middle. Like, I've got this thing where I'm an old soul because I'm old, and I don't particularly like keeping alcohol in the bottles they come in. I want to put them in cooler stuff. You know, things you could have saw if you came in here in person. You got to do this in the studio one time, though. You got to come in one of these days. You're not that far from me.
I know, I just got to have time.
I know, you're a busy dude, and I appreciate this. I appreciate this time. Ooh. Today we are talking to Mr. Hangtime himself, Jay Flyier. And before, say hello.
Hello.
I apologize if at any point it seems muffled. My technology is still kind of archaic, but I'm going to work with what I got. Got to do the quick spots over here. We have a text line if you have any questions for anybody that I have on Shooting with Friends, and I will be putting them out, just like I put out a picture of Jay Flyier on the UWC Instagram fan page, everything. It's UWC for Life. Our text line is 315-791-2280. You can text me any kind of question you want me to ask any of my guests. If you want to send me pictures of women with hairy breasts and armpits, I don't know why, and whoever did that, you are a horrible person. I don't know why I got that this week. If you wanna stalk us at all, you can go to our Linktree link. That seems pretty redundant. Linktree.com/UWC 4 life, and you can stalk us there. So, Mr. Jay Flyier, Mr. Hangtime. You got a guy here. We're doing a video call right now for everybody who doesn't know. And there's a gentleman sitting next to you that I did not expect to see because I have no idea who he is. Who is he?
This is actually my trainee, Jonah.
Okay, so you're training people.
Yes.
Okay. So Jonah, how long have you been training?
Since April, so about 5 months.
Okay, you're still around, huh?
Yeah, of course, man.
All right. Well, then that's the thing, man. So you're telling us, you're willingly telling us that you're addicted now.
Yeah, I would say that I'm openly addicted for sure.
Okay, all right. Well, if they have, if you look for rehab, that's for quitters.
And
So Jay, where are you from? Tell everybody where you're from.
I am from Rochester, New York. That is
Awesome.
where I live. But I am originally
Oh, here we go.
from Horseheads, New York.
Ah, horse heads.
But I'm not going to break all that down. I'm going to break where I live. And that's Rochester, New York.
Why? What's the hatred towards horse heads?
There's no hatred. I've just built myself a very nice foundation where I am.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've done my time in horse heads, and I've dealt with people from horse heads. I mean, some of them good, some of them a little wacky, but good people overall.
I feel like it's like that no matter where you go.
Absolutely.
You're always gonna have the weirds and the good and the bad. You're always going to have that. So.
How'd you get in the business, man?
How did I get into the business? was? Well, I know I was 6 years old when I first saw it on TV. So when I first saw that, that's where it all started, okay? Obviously, that's what everyone says. Oh, I saw it on TV. That's where it all started. But where does the journey really start? Well, I came out of my room when I wasn't supposed to, and I saw my parents watching wrestling, and I got in trouble, and I got sent to my room, and I got everything taken away from me.
Is this a euphemism for sex? I mean, that sounded so funny. I came out of my room and I caught my parents watching wrestling, and they sent me home. That's so weird, man. I've never heard that one.
It's like Maury when he says you are and then hesitates.
Yeah.
Not.
Jesus Christ. So wait, what were they watching that they thought you couldn't see it and they had to send you to your room?
They were watching Raw.
That's it? Just Raw?
That's it. They just didn't want me to watch wrestling because they knew I had a lot of ADHD.
Yeah, so do I.
Anything that I clicked on, of course, right?
Yeah.
Anything like that. I wanted to pick up on all that. So they didn't want me to see it because they knew I'd start doing it. You know, animals and stuff like that, which you can't do that, so.
Are you coming out that you've wrestled animals?
I'm saying when you're a kid.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man. It's the way you said it. I'm like, what? What did I just hear?
Everybody has stuffed animals when they're a child.
Oh, okay. There we go. You know what? Me and my cousin, what we used to do is before it was like backyard wrestling. It was like, you know, we'd wrestle and we'd make our own championship belts out of cardboard boxes. Like no cereal box was safe in our house. So,
right.
Good old days.
Everyone's story starts though. I feel like everybody has their journey that starts that way.
Yeah. Because I remember the first wrestling I remember. God, this is dating me. Was the Rockin' Wrestling from MTV when before WrestleMania 1 with Cyndi Lauper and Hogan and all of them. I actually saw that live on TV, and I remember that, you know, vividly. And I'm just like, damn, dude, I'm that old. Ugh. Anyway, wow. I think I just made. All right.
I guess that's where it started.
All right. So now, is wrestling all you do? Because I swear to God, whenever I'm seeing you online, any of your social medias, you are on the road. You're fucking everywhere. Like, is that everything? Every weekend you're on the road? Yeah. So you have a shoot job?
Yes.
Okay. Well, most of us have shoot jobs, so yeah, that's cool.
Yes. And when it comes to this, the only way to be able to be successful in pro wrestling is to be able to balance your personal life.
I agree.
Okay? And we all do this. And if you can't balance your personal life, you're not going to go anywhere in wrestling. No matter how much you want to travel and get on the road, if you can't keep yourself together personally, you're never going to get yourself together professionally.
That, you know what? That is probably the wisest thing I've ever heard on one of these interviews. Very cool. Very cool.
Always lived up.
Now, how did you break in? Like, who started you bumping? You know? And everything. Like, give us a breakdown. Because from what I remember of you, it wasn't a fucking straight line. It's more of like, you know, like you were doing, you know, you were everywhere.
Things were very crazy, but I reset myself and I went and did it the right way.
Okay.
So
whoa. What do you mean by that?
Because obviously you know NEW.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, that's where it all started for me.
Why do you say it like that? Why do you say it like that?
Because what's that?
Why do you say it like that? I don't know how to take that.
I don't either.
You know, that's weird.
I think it's just so long ago. And,
okay.
I was 15 years old at the time when I was 15 when NEW was going on.
I didn't know you were that young.
Yes, I wasn't even of age.
I had no idea.
Okay, you want me to break this down? This is how all this went down. Okay? NEW was doing a show in Rochester.
Yep.
And I was literally 15 years old at the time. And I was doing the thing that we, in the backyard, that we don't talk about. I was doing that at the time.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And
Yeah.
I was just pissing my mother off because I kept stealing stealing her karaoke machine so I could use it as an announcing thing.
That's amazing.
And I kept stealing duos and all this stuff, and I had all these people that would come over and wrestle with me on my trampoline, and I would get the stereo and the karaoke. I made my own shit, right?
Just kept
upsetting her. I just kept upsetting her because she says, I don't want you doing this and hurting yourself. You are literally going out and doing this stuff, and it's not right. Okay? And she's not wrong.
No, she's not. Not at all.
I'm a kid, and who's going to listen? So what do? I keep doing it. So she gave me an opt to play it. So what we did is, hey, I'll take you to the NEW show because at the time I was close with Julius Keegan.
Oh, yep.
And he was going there because he had a match. Mm-hmm. So I was able to go with him and train. I think we went to, God, what did we do?
You probably went to Buffalo Road.
We went and trained and did something, and then I ended up being able, my mom told me she would drive me to NEW so I could check it out and go to a real show.
Okay.
So she ended up driving me in the middle of winter to go out there.
That's awesome.
So we go out there, and I was able to, because I was friends with Julius and he was on the show, I was able to help with security and like whatever.
Wow.
All right, so that's how that all got started.
That's crazy.
Well, I was doing security and I was helping because I wanted to help put the ring together and all that stuff. So I was helping with doing the ropes and doing all of that stuff. Well, after I did that, I hit the ropes and I was doing things. I did gymnastics my whole life, okay? So when I got in there and I started hitting the ropes and doing things, I think Johnny Swift, or I think whatever.
That's him.
Sorry,
That's him. I don't give a shit. Whatever, man.
Okay, well, there was a few people that saw me and they were like, yo, is he a wrestler? Is he a worker?
Okay.
And then they realized that, no, he's not even of age. Well, I was able to do security and blah, 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 and all that. That's how I got my foot in the door. And then that's when I came down. I think I started doing the Cody Slater shit later.
Yeah.
But
I didn't know that, though. That's pretty crazy, dude.
That is how it started. Now, it gets crazier is because she did that for me, and I did security, and there was a spot in the match, which I think it was Robert
Ezekiel. Yep.
Ezekiel. He went. I think he flew over the top rope onto Kaz or something.
Oh wow! Okay.
I don't know. Does that recall?
I no, dude. I have these matches. I have these matches on DVD, so I could actually probably pull it up.
I was doing security.
Yep.
And Robert Ezekiel jumped over the top.
Yep.
I think he almost missed Kaz.
Wasn't that in the German house?
I couldn't tell you.
I think that was the German house.
I remember us trying to help him because he hit the floor.
Yeah, he hit hard.
So we tried to help him, and I think that's how I originally got in.
Crazy. I vividly remembered that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's how it originally got all started. But there was also, because I was doing it with Julius, he was also doing his thing back in Elmira with Chris and Mike. In their
the Ultimate Wrestling.
The UW.
Yeah, UW.
So then I was doing that as well.
Okay.
So that was my way of doing something.
Yeah, I get it.
So I did that. But then, as I was trying to get into that, when I went and did the NEW security thing, so what ended up happening when I was doing all of that, they tried to be able to get UW to go up, and that's where Terry came in.
That's a story within itself, brother.
I know, but
it's a story within itself.
Bring it up,
no, brother, I am not going to listen. Just so you understand, this. I mean, honestly, you're my first podcast back. I took a huge hiatus, but ironically, I kept getting emails that people are still listening to my shit. So I'm like, fuck it, I got to bring it back. So thank you for being the first person back with me. I appreciate it. Absolutely. I wish you were here in person. I'm not going to stop saying that. I want to see your face in person. You got to.
Yes, we'll make it. Okay, we'll make it happen. I promise.
Yes, awesome. You heard that, guys. He said we're gonna make it happen.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, no. When it comes to anything you want to say here, I don't give a shit, man. It's shooting. We're shooting. We're just talking. We're hanging out. It's not. I don't know if you heard my disclaimer, but if anybody has an issue, I give them the open forum that they can come in. We can all talk about it. Always, because that's the one thing.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the one thing that I realize that people don't do enough in our business. If there was actual open dialogue where people's egos were left at the door and we could just say things, things may get further. Like all the smaller companies might become bigger companies. But that's my opinion.
Yeah. Leave the ego at the door.
Please, yeah. Anyway, so yeah,
okay.
yeah. Right, go on with the.
Okay, all right. So this is where UW Terry was able to get everything going, and we were able to run live wrestling, professional wrestling shows.
Yep.
Okay, so that's where I was able to do it. Now, this was the thing, though, is I didn't have actual full training. Only thing I had was I was able to move, and I was able to pick shit up real fast. Okay, but that doesn't make you a pro wrestler.
Nope.
At all. Absolutely not. And I hope everybody that hears that, you go to a goddamn wrestling school before you get in the ring. All
yes.
Right? I don't care who you are.
Preach.
So, anyway, my point is that I was able to get in to do things because I was able to move around. Okay. And I make everyone else look good. And that I thought was cool. And I thought I was really cool to be able to do that. Guess what? That's not how it works. All right? So when I got in there and I did that for a while, did it for, let's see, I think I started wrestling at 17.
Okay.
I know we're not supposed to, we're 18. I understand that.
Yep.
But
depending on where you are.
What's that? Yes.
Depending on where you are, you know, if they have an athletic commission or not.
This is New York. So,
yeah, well.
So that's kind of how it started. I was doing things there, but I didn't understand psychology. I didn't know any of that stuff. Only because I can move around and I can do things for people. That's the only way I was doing things.
So they got something out of you.
They got something out of me.
Gotcha.
Well, then I learned how to get my own head out of my ass. Okay, so.
Well, hold on a second. I got a question for you. Sorry. Now you've got that in your head that you've learned how to sell for people. You've learned how to get them over, and it finally gets to a point where like you said, you got your head out of your own ass. You want to do something. Did that create any kind of walls? Were there people going, kid, you're still kind of young? Did anybody do anything like that to you? Or were people actually eager, like, yeah, man, you do some cool shit. Let's get you doing more. Because I tell you,
nobody really. I guess the best way I can say it is that people wanted to do things with me because I can make it look good, but I wasn't going anywhere, and nobody really wanted to give me the guidance because I feel like a lot of people didn't want you to overshine them. Yeah, I understand completely. And what I learned is I think I trusted the people that I shouldn't, and you need to take your own path because the path that you walk in is only guided by yourself. Okay. You got real philosophical on me. Look at you. No, I'm serious. Though, because this is how it rolls. Okay, so literally how it all was. I did all of that, and I needed to actually get something under my belt because what am I going to take with me? Just because I do that stuff with UW, okay, I wrestled for UW for how long, and they did a bunch of stuff with me. But UW, where is that going to take me? It took me nowhere. Yeah. Okay. Yes, it gave me stuff, and no, I'm not dogging on UW. No, UW I understand. It helped me get to be who I am today. But it also set me back in different ways. Hold on that. On that note, I got to take a quick break. So, do me a favor, guys. Mark out for these words.
This is Lumberjack Brian. I just want to let you guys know you should really hit up Facebook.com/UWC for life. It is too sweet.
Can't say that.
Can't say it?
Can't say that. That's registered trademark.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Totally. There's a lawsuit about it right now.
From who?
From the guys that own it. The big guys. Yeah.
They seriously trademarked that?
Yeah, they did.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Hey, you could just give the address. Just give the address again.
Just give the address.
Yeah, just go.
Facebook.com/UWC for life.
What's up, guys? This is the Notorious 107 Homicide. You're listening to Shooting with Friends. Ole, 51-50.
Here it go. Yeah. Any bomb squad, I see you, homie. Bomb squad. I see you. Black and Mold. Yeah. Antonio. Tiger Smith. Tiger Smith. Let's take it deep. Dangerous. Excellent.
What's going on, guys? We are back, and we're about to take it deep with Jay Flyier, Mr. Hangtime. He was getting into some heavy stuff about UW in your early days. Now, you said you weren't dogging on UW at all. You were saying that it did create you some opportunities, but at the same time, you felt like it wasn't giving you opportunities in other ways, or?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so it was almost like you were what's it called, pigeonholing yourself?
Yes, I was leveled.
Okay, keep going. Tell us a little more, man.
Okay. So in order for us to keep growing in this business, we got to keep evolving ourselves.
Absolutely.
And if we don't keep evolving and learning and getting ourselves to that next step and working for that next bigger company, and we keep staying level to the places that we're at, we're not moving forward, we're staying level.
Yeah, you're stagnant.
Exactly. So we're trying to figure out is when you get to a point where you work for numerous amounts of companies, your goal is to pick and choose those best companies for yourself.
Yes. It's quality over quantity.
That's where I'm at now. But I wasn't there before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So where I was before is I was taking the opportunities, I was winning belts, I was learning things, but I wasn't doing it the right way. So what did I do? Okay. I guess we can bring this back. When I was 15, I went to the NEW and did all that, okay?
Yep.
When I just turned 16, my mother passed away. Okay?
Oh,
so,
shit, dude, I didn't know.
No?
No, I didn't realize.
My gimmick is all about my mother, okay? So, it has nothing to do with me jumping off the top rope. It has nothing to do with that. I can do that on my own. So, what this is all involved with is I was 15, she took me to my first opportunity at the NEW. When I turned 16, she helped me get my first car, and then she passed away with cancer. Then, I lost my grandmother, my grandpa, and my mom all in the same year. Okay? I turned 15, my grandpa passed away, then my grandmother passed away 6 months after that, and then when I turned 16, my mom got me my new car, and then she passed away.
Shit.
When she passed away, I ended up trying to figure out places to stay, because technically, I'm not old enough. I have to be somewhere. So, I ended up jumping around. I went into a few foster homes. It did not work out very well. I got taken out of a couple homes. And then because of issues, so what ended up happening is I got comfortable with certain families, and then I got pulled from them. So the closest thing for me is pro wrestling. Because why? It doesn't get taken from me. The other thing is, when she passed, I was 16. She left me with some money. Okay? I got left with about 10 grand from her passing. Now, what is the smartest thing that somebody can do? Now, I sat here and I thought about this. I have 10 grand, and what can I use it for? Now, I could buy a new car to get myself around. I could put that down on an apartment and keep myself good for a while. Or, what can live with me forever? Taking that money and using it for a professional wrestling school.
Wow.
So, that is where the journey really started.
Can I tell you something?
So, yes.
Can I tell you something? First of all, this is huge information. I didn't know all this. This is like, whoa. Like, yeah, you got me like going, oof. Because ironically, very much like you, my father passed and left me money. I actually used some of that money to pay for my wrestling school when I went to New Millennium back in 2000. So I know exactly what you mean. It's crazy. I paid for the entire thing up front. All of it up front. I said, so that way you can't kick me out. Let's go.
Same. Yep.
I didn't know. That's awesome.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. God damn. So, all right. So you paid for wrestling school. What wrestling school did you end up at?
I ended up at the Wild Samoans Training Center at
Holy shit.
Youngtown, Pennsylvania.
What, Pops and everybody?
I went with Samu.
Oh,
Pops
Samu is a
Florida.
bad well, he's a bad motherfucker.
Yep.
I fucking love Samu.
Did not fuck around, I tell you what.
Yeah, good.
And I tell you what, that the best decision I ever made in my life.
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome, man.
So I ended up having to. All right. So I guess how did we get to the Wild Samoans Training Center? Let's get there.
Okay.
So how did we get there? So I got left with some money. I'm not old enough. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not old enough to be able to touch my money.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you got to be 21?
Yeah. I'm not 21 yet.
Okay. So wait, they weren't even giving you like a stipend or something, or like, you know what I'm saying, like monthly payments, anything?
No, because I legally had to get adopted. Reasoning is because my dad is still around, but my dad has nothing to do with me.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He had to sign off on me in order to be able to give the rights to my legal guardians. So what happened was...
That sounds so
what
fucked
happened
up.
was... I know. So what happened is when I was 18, I was legally able to get him... I needed him to sign the thing when I was 18, so my legal guardians could take over and be the legal guardians of the money, so they could sign it over to me so I could use it, because they still had to sign off on where the money went.
Gotcha.
Like, if I used it, but they had to be the final sign-off.
No, I get you.
I wasn't 21. But in order for them to be able to get access to it, to do that, my dad had to sign off on me because legally he was still alive. The problem is that we had to be able to find him. The other problem is he was still in Horseheads, New York. I just didn't know where he was. So
it always goes back to Horseheads.
I know. Well, there you go. So it ended up being where we were able to get a hold of him. My legal family there that adopted me. Before we got through all this, for them to legally adopt me, we had to get him there to sign off. So what they ended up getting a hold of him, they got him to come to the courthouse, and he showed up at the courthouse. He walked in and said, "Where do I sign?" He signed the papers and then walked out. It was literally a 2-minute thing. He walked out, and the last thing I saw on my dad was he was walking out the doors, and I said, "Dad, why?" And he didn't turn around. He walked out the door, and the last thing I saw was the back of his head. And I accepted it. So, and this is the best part. The family that I got adopted from is my best friend from preschool.
That's crazy.
Because my best friend, we were preschool growing up. We were best friends.
Yeah.
My mom was his mom. His mom was my mom. We were always at each other's houses. So when everything happened, they legally adopted me. So I became his actual brother.
Holy
so
fucking
now him
crazy.
and I are actual brothers.
You guys are still like tight and everything, right?
Oh, we're absolutely best friends.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow,
Yep.
man.
Yep. So where I'm getting with this is that when all that happened, I needed $500. It cost me $500 to go try out for the Wild Samoan School.
Okay.
Okay. So I went down there with $500, paid them, and tried out. And as soon as I was done with my tryout, they accepted me. And they accepted me. I went home, and I got everything figured out with apartment because I had to figure out my living because I worked at Red Lobster at the time. I just transferred Red Lobsters all the time. So I worked there, and I used some money to help me get established in Allentown.
Yeah.
So I could do training and doing all that. So I started doing that. I started training down there. I graduated within a year with him.
Wow.
Okay? Graduated within a year.
That's awesome.
And the only issue is when I started doing that training with him, he had me do a couple things, and then he asked me, and I lied to him. I lied to Samu. Yep.
Would you lie?
Hear this.
Okay.
What did I lie about? I went in there and I took a couple bumps and I did a couple things for him. And after I did it, he asked me, he goes, "You ever been in a ring before?" And I said, "No." He said, "You're lying." Because he could tell that I'd been in there before. But here's where it was. He also respected me at the same time. Why? Because I didn't go in there saying, "Oh yeah, I've been in a ring. Oh yeah, I'm good. I've been in here." Because that sounds fucked up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to come in here and say, "Oh no," and then come in and do something and do it the wrong way. Or be
Absolutely.
like, "Yeah, I had to do it the wrong way." So I felt stuck because I didn't want to say the wrong thing. And I explained that to him, and he respected me after that.
I will say something about that family, man. That family, I don't know what it is, but that family has the ability to know when you're lying to them. Like, I swear to God, it's weird. Like, they see, like, they peer through your fucking soul. And they're like, "Oh, who did that?"
I'm not a liar. I'm telling you right now, man. That is not who I am.
Yeah.
But I was so nervous because I wanted to make sure I did the right thing. but it can bite you in the ass.
No,
So
absolutely.
always be true to your people. Always
Absolutely.
Be true to you.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's fucking whoa. That whole is, I identify with the entire story, man. That's crazy. Because my mom is alive, and we got nothing to do with each other. That's crazy, man. Wow. All right, let me get back to the questions I wrote. I never write anything down. I don't go scripted, but I had to for you. Who do you travel with? Since I'm always seeing you on the road. Do you have any shout-outs, any people you fucking hit the road with?
Oh, absolutely. I got two of my big boys that I'm on the road with quite often. Is Trip
Okay.
and Cyclone Jones.
Yep. Great guys. Great guys.
On the road. We actually just got back from Orlando, Florida yesterday.
This fucking guy. Yeah, I just go to Orlando, the fuck,
I
man?
just went out and worked Extreme Global Championship Wrestling in Orlando.
That's awesome.
And they fucking put me up in a condo and all this stuff. It was awesome, man. It was great. I hung out by a pool at a tiki bar and a hot dude. Come on.
I saw the pictures of you out in the. I don't know. Was it like at a beach or where was the tiki bar?
The tiki bar was at the condo.
Was it at the condo?
Yeah. They
Just
had a
fucking.
hot tub, a pool,
What the fuck, guy?
They had a workout room, so you could get up, go to the gym. Like, come on.
How was the crowd?
So,
How was the crowd?
It was like 250.
That's not bad though.
Yeah, but there was a lot of connections, though. I will tell you that.
Good. So you're gonna go further.
That's, you know what? That's always the goal. You know what? People ask me, they say, "What was your best match?" I say, "My best match is my next match."
That is, never heard that one. All right, name all the letters of the alphabet you have worked for.
Oh my god!
I know, right? I was thinking that. I was like, that's a fucked up question.
Name all of the companies.
No, yeah, well, I want all the letters. Like NEW, UW. Can you name them off like that?
Oh, BTW, EHW, FCW, Ground Zero. Oh my god, Dynasty.
Right?
Oh my god.
It's gonna make your head explode.
There's so many. TIW, LTW. Do you want my head to blow up?
I know, that's what I figured. That's why I wrote it down. I was like, that's a weird question. I'm going to ask that one. Can you name all the belts you've won?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. I've won a lot of belts at UW. Let's get that out of the way, and then we'll move forward to the other ones.
Okay.
So UW, I've won the heavyweight title 5 times at UW.
So you lost it 4?
Title. What's that?
So you lost it 5 times?
4 times.
You're
5
still
times.
wait, are you the champion?
I don't work for UW anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't have anything to do with UW anymore.
Oh, why did I think you still worked there?
I don't work for UW, and I don't work for EWF.
Okay, all right.
Because I don't have a relationship with Davey. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, all right. What did you ask me again?
I don't even remember. Wait,
belts,
the belts.
belts.
Yes,
So
the
I
belts.
5 times I've held the heavyweight title at UW.
Okay.
I've held 4 times I've held the internet title at UW.
Okay.
I've held the tag team title 7 times.
Jesus Christ.
And now, get away from UW, I've held the rope-to-rope championship for Northern Tier Wrestling.
Okay.
I've held the Extreme Hybrid Wrestling Phoenix Championship.
I saw pictures of that. That's really cool looking.
Yep, I held that one. Let's see, what else we got here. Right now, I hold the Big Time Wrestling Heavyweight title in West Virginia.
That's the name of the Fed. Okay.
Big Time Wrestling, I have
Yes.
the heavyweight there. And then I also have the Northern Tier Wrestling Heavyweight title right now.
Okay.
I also have, right now, I currently have the Pennsylvania Championship Wrestling Alliance United States title.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. And then September 28th, I'm going for the Extreme Hybrid Wrestling Heavyweight title.
Okay, wow, that's a...
So currently, I'm working on my 4th current title right now.
Wait a minute. Did you get any belts in OSPW?
Actually, yeah. Yeah. What was that? The hold on, the junior television title.
I remember because I booked it.
Junior television had that one. I held that one. That was the one that I did hold.
Dude, you know what? I'll tell you about that. When I was booking over there, and they were like, well, which division do you want to book? Because you can't book the division you're in. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. I was like, ooh, give me the juniors. And they're like, oh, you want the cruiserweights? And I'm like, oh, yeah. And that's probably the best time that they ever had. I had you there. It was you.
Oh, we were killing.
Eric coming on. Fucking Mikey every night. Cryptic. Fucking, even little Tommy, whatever his name is. Fucking 2 tons, you know. I had a good cruiser. And it was like, how can you beat this fucking squad of people? And like every time you guys did it, that's why it became the light heavyweight TV title, because they would use those matches on the YouTube to try to pull people in to watch the show. Because I kept saying, just use these matches. That's why it became the TV title. So I don't know if you knew that. I think the matches are still actually up on their YouTube. So yeah, they were dope. They were dope. One of the best times, man. Let me see. What is the biggest name you've ever worked?
The biggest name I've ever worked, I would have to say. The only name that I have ever worked is John Schuyler.
Who is that?
He got signed at TNA.
Okay. I'm not familiar with TNA. Yeah. I'm showing my ignorance.
So what happened was John Schuyler just got signed for TNA, so I was his last indie match before he went there.
Okay. How now was he a good match? Like, I'm not familiar with his style.
I think what it was is I think he was very careful, and I think that I held back a little too much.
Is it because of the fact he just got signed and you were trying to give him some respect on his way out?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's honorable. That's fucking honorable.
100%, but I feel like I should have delivered harder. That's all.
Well, hopefully down the line, you know, not to give you ideas, John Schuyler, but hopefully down the line, if there's an opening, you'd be like, yo, I know this Jay Flyier guy. You know, he's all right.
That's what I'm hoping. It was great.
You know?
Everything was great. But it's,
what's the worst worker you've ever had to deal with?
The worst worker. Holy shit.
Exactly. Pick one.
The worst worker. God damn. That's bad. The worst one. Okay. Well, it's got to be bad if you don't know their name.
Well, that's good. You're not. Well,
yeah, I'm not going to throw a name. I had to go work in Maryland. Okay. I had to go work in Maryland.
All right.
And I worked this guy that said that he worked with JCW, which was Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
I am familiar.
So he says to me, "Oh, we're gonna work." And I said, "Okay, cool. What do you want to do tonight?" He says, "Well, I wrestle with Juggalo Championship Wrestling." That was his response. And I said, "Oh, okay." And then we tried to put a match together, and he had no idea what to do. He was so full of his own shit because he said he worked there, and then we went out to do something, and he had no idea what was going on.
I don't know
that somebody told me after the match that he never even worked there. He just kept saying it because he wanted to.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I only met one person that's ever worked there consistently. Madman Pondo. Nice fucking guy.
I've worked with him.
Dude, he's such a nice guy. Like, you wouldn't even expect it.
I've been on shows with him numerous times.
Yeah. So nice.
Super cool.
So nice. And I remember the first time I was like, oh shit, Madman Pondo's here? Because I had seen the videos, and I'm like, fuck this guy. Nicest fucking guy. I'm like, dude, this guy's a pleasure. And I worked a couple shows where he was on it, and I'm just like, this guy's just so nice. To everyone.
I just got back from Japan. I worked on a few shows in West Virginia with him.
Wait, you were in Japan?
No, not me. I said he just...
Oh, I was going to say, what?
Not yet. Fuck, I wish.
Hey, man, Noah's out there.
You know what? I'm just going to keep grinding until something happens, and then I'm just going to grind harder. So.
Okay. Well, check it out. We got to take another break. When we come back, we're coming back to the shooting range. You're going to find out what that means. All right.
What time is it?
It's time for us to take a break. Mark out for these words, guys.
All right.
Depending on which social media you decide to identify yourself with, we probably have that social media. Right now, I'm talking about X. X
UWC for Life is on there. You can see tweets, twits, twats, whatever. What are they, exclamations? I'm not exactly sure what they call them these days. But you can find us there at UWC, the number 4 Life. You will get some updates that will be shared among the multiverse of social medias. Is it a multiverse? I mean, each one of them has its own. Yeah, I guess it could totally be. So check us out on X, UWC, the number 4 Life. Here we go. How's everybody doing? My name is Tiger Smith, and I'm here with the shooting range. The shooting range is a collection of names that I'm going to throw at you, at the person who's sitting here, and they're going to give us one-word answers unless demands more of an explanation. When that happens, the music will stop, and we will have to listen to why that this person needed more than just a one-word answer. Are you ready, Mr. Hangtime J. Flyier?
I was born ready.
Okay. Next era wrestling.
Next era wrestling?
Yep.
What am I supposed to say to that?
Whatever. First word.
Next era wrestling?
It's like word association. It's word association.
My starter.
Okay.
My start off.
Shadowcat.
I prefer not to answer anything of that.
OSPW. That was funny.
Building myself.
House of M.
I feel a House of M.
Oh, are we? Do I have to stop the music?
Let's see here.
All right,
House of M.
I'm stopping the music. Here we go.
The Pretty Boy.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, we'll start this back up again. Here we go. Ultimate Wrestling. Mind you, I wrote this list way before me.
Okay. Ultimate Wrestling. Where I got my foot in the door.
Okay. Taz.
As commentary.
IB Green.
Never give him a microphone.
SWA.
Very first tag team champions.
HC Loke.
Amazing guy. Great brother.
Okay. Samu.
Hell of a trainer. Great opportunities.
Okay. Hellcat.
Not friends with him, not a fan.
Brian Eminon.
Brian Eminon. I haven't talked to him in quite some time. Let's see. Very proud of him and where he's come.
Okay. NTW.
Thank you for letting me have that match with Lance and Wahi.
John Cena.
You can't see me.
Let's see. RVD.
420, baby.
Mick Foley.
Hell of a friend.
Eric Eminon.
Tore the cruiserweight division down.
Rob Sweet.
Not a friend.
Didn't know that. Sean Carr.
I've gotten screwed out of having my match with him a couple times because of the weather.
Okay.
Because him and I were supposed to have a couple matches,
all right,
but the weather didn't cooperate with us. So I'm still upset that we never got our match, but I know we'd tear that shit up.
I would agree. Yes. LDC.
We're tolerable.
Good answer. Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Huh?
What?
What do you?
I have no hatred towards him.
I don't either, honestly. I've never met the guy.
Everybody has their own ways, so.
No idea. Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
He, jumping off that cage, man. That's what he's known for.
Okay. PCWA.
You're United States champion.
JJ Wright.
Up and comer.
Excite Wrestling.
Very nice venue.
I love your facials. EHW.
Good opportunities, great production. Rick needs some help, but that's okay.
Chichester.
Love Chichester. I just want to see that motherfucker happy.
I love that motherfucker. Dude, he bring. You know what? He's one of those guys. Fuck. Now you're gonna make. He's one of those guys that came with, with him and Cadillac and Cryptic. He was the one that I was just like, I fucking love this kid. And I tried. He could probably attest this. I gave that kid so many fucking opportunities, as many as I could give him, man. If I had any kind of ear in the book at all, I was like, yo, let's just use him. Let's use Knievel. Like, I was constantly pushing him. So,
yeah.
I love that kid, man.
Yep.
Anarchy. Yeah, I know. Fucking cried when I heard. Fucking cried.
Well, he was going to be one of my best friends.
He was a great dude. Great dude.
I was lucky enough to have some amazing matches with him. I met his awesome wife.
Yep.
He made me some gear. He's made me things, and still to this day, I have my kick pads that I wear that I'll always wear for him.
That's awesome.
I actually have Anarchy's symbols on my car, and I also have his big picture in memory of him in my office downstairs.
Yeah.
So he's all over the place.
Yeah, man. Like I said,
He's with me. God damn it!
I'll never forget him. He was always a good dude.
I can tell your face before you even said that it was going to be a
Yeah, dude. Like I'm trying not to tear up right now because it's like this one. Yeah, man. That one. That was. Yeah. All right. I don't know how this one's gonna come out. Tony Toxic.
I prefer not to.
Oh Jesus Christ! All right. I'm sorry. I wrote this way before. Like literally, wrote this shit all out way before. So I had no idea. I was just picking out names randomly. Fuck. Sorry. Sergeant Fury.
Sergeant Fury? Wow.
Yeah, right?
I haven't talked to him in forever.
Great dude.
House of Metal. He was in it with me.
He's still working. He's still working.
Yeah, he works for Dynasty.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right. Tiger Kid.
Tiger Kid. Wow. I tell you what. He's been on the road with me a few times.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of potential. He has a lot going.
Good.
I'm very proud of him, and I'm glad to have him. But I will tell you that it is hard to see him growing up to the age that he is now, because it's the same thing with him and JJ. I'm on the road with these guys, and they're in my car, and I'm like, you guys were, like, we were throwing you around in the ring at 6 years old, and now you're in the car wrestling a match. And, like, when him and JJ, remember we were on the phone with you? When him and JJ had their match in West Virginia?
Yep.
And we're like, dude, our kids are doing it.
And I was home.
It's like I know you're his dad, but I felt like a proud dad.
No, you know what? And I mean, I thanked you. I thanked everybody in the car for taking care of him on the road. And it's like, for me, it was bittersweet because I'm like, fuck, I wish I was there. I just, I'm happy for him, but I wish I could have been there just to watch it. Not necessarily, oh, let me work the show. No, I want to see my kid work. And it's like, it just makes me go, I wish I was there. I mean, I tried to go to as many matches as I can. I'm not always available, and it just sucks. Anyway, this isn't about me. But yeah, you made it through the shooting range. That was the last one I have. We're gonna take another quick break, and then we're gonna take it home.
Okay.
All right. Hello, this is Tiger Smith. I'd like to thank all of you for listening to all of the UWC podcasts, if it's Shooting with Friends, Social Anarchist, or any other possible projects we have coming down the pike. And most of all, we'd like to thank everybody for their support. Outside of listening to the podcast, we also have a tab with our link tree, links that will take you to all of our different social medias and our shop. If you help us out by purchasing an item off the shop, it helps out the podcast exponentially. We love making content for you. So please visit the shop, see if there's something that speaks to you. It might be something to wear. It might be something to drink out of. But either way, you're helping out the UWC network. Thank you. So we're going to do a part 2 in person, he just told me.
There you go.
All right. So Yeah, we're gonna take it home. I mean, Mr. Hangtime here just told me he never told me, well, about his gimmick. How the hell did we just do an almost hour-long interview without talking about your gimmick?
Because there's a million things that can be covered. Okay?
Apparently, and some things that we just won't speak about. Apparently, I didn't even know. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's. What's next? What's your next big show?
This Friday, I'm in Long Island.
You know what? This interview is not going to air until the day after. So.
Okay.
It's like Saturdays.
Yep. So Saturday, I was supposed to be at PCWA in Pennsylvania, but for some reason their show got canceled.
Okay.
So I'm only doing Long Island on Friday. So originally I was supposed to do Long Island on Friday, Pennsylvania on Saturday, and then I'd come home on Sunday or whatever.
That's so crazy.
But I know. But so that one got canceled, so I'm only doing Long Island, so I'll be back.
All right.
And then the next weekend, I was supposed to be in New Jersey, but I promised the wife that I'd go to a wedding with her because I can't send her to a fucking wedding by herself.
I've got one this Saturday myself.
So I had to actually cancel a booking in New Jersey because I actually forgot that I had the wedding. And so but it was fine. Everything's good. I got it worked out. I'm going back there again in December. I'm all straight.
Yeah, I'm not even going to front. This Friday, I have a rehearsal dinner, right? I absolutely forgot about the rehearsal dinner, and I had booked an interview with Matic, so I had to cancel it. I felt so bad. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I felt bad. I hate canceling anything. So I'm like, fuck. And he was cool about it. So, we're going to get up. We're definitely going to get up, and I'm going to get him in here. So, all right, man. How does everyone stalk you?
How does everybody stalk me?
Yep.
Usually it's Facebook Messenger.
Okay, well, I mean...
Are you talking about how do people follow me, stalk me?
Well, yeah, I mean, isn't that the same thing, bro?
Not really, because fans are crazy. And fans will message you on your workers page. All right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I didn't know how you meant. You said stalker. There's really stalkers in the wrestling. Okay?
Well,
anyway,
at one time...
if you want to stalk me in a good way...
Yeah, in a good way. In a good way.
You can actually go to my website, which is jflyer450.com.
Oh, you're one of the few workers that still have a website.
Uh-huh. I have a website. I have a QR code. I have everything that connects to all my social media.
Awesome.
Instead of me giving everybody links to everything, just go into my website and everything comes from that.
Well, there you go. You heard it right out of his mouth.
jflyer450.com.
You heard that. jflyer450.com. Is it the number 450?
JAYFLYIER 450.com.
The number 450.
Yes.
You know why I say it like that? Is because when I said UWC for life, everybody's like you write it out. No, it's the number 4. God damn it, it's the number 4.
Like FOR?
Yeah, seriously, dude. Yeah. People are funny. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. We are going to have a part 2 where we can actually talk about your gimmick for 5 seconds, Maybe I'll come up with a new, we'll have a new shooting range so I can pick more names you won't talk about because I didn't know.
That's fine. My biggest thing is that if I don't have something that I can say that I think is a good thing, I just don't say anything at all.
You know what? That's words to live by. But
if since elementary school, come on.
But the thing is, if we all live by those words, I wouldn't have a podcast.
That's true. That is true.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Make sure you look for Mr. Hangtime J Flyer while you're stalking him. See where you can see him live. It is a treat if you've never seen him live. YouTube him, see him. I'm sure if you do a search, you will find him out there. Just to get a precursor, maybe a little of an appetizer before you go in and to have the main course. No, he is not the father of your child. Okay? So.
I am not. I promise. Hopefully.
Oof. All right. I'll see you guys later.